Girlfriend lied and went to an event I wanted to go to without me. Trust is the foundation of any relationship. Without it, even the smallest cracks can grow into deep divides. And sometimes it's not the big betrayals that hurt the most, it's the small, deliberate lies that sting, the ones that make you question everything. It all started when I found out about this event. It wasn't just any event. It was something I had been looking forward to for months. A concert, a gathering, an experience that meant a lot to me. I had been talking about it nonstop, counting down the days. My girlfriend knew how much I wanted to go. We had planned to go together, or so I thought. A few weeks before the event, she mentioned something about a family obligation that might come up. I didn't think much of it at the time. Life happens, right? But as the day of the event drew closer, she started acting a little off. She seemed distant, vague whenever I brought it up. She didn't give clear answers about whether or not she could make it, and I started to get the feeling that something wasn't right. Finally, just a few days before the event, she told me she couldn't go. She said her family was having some important gathering, and she wouldn't be able to make it. I was disappointed, sure, but I understood. Family comes first. We could always go to the next event together, right? That's what I thought, at least. The day of the event came, and I tried to push my disappointment aside. I told myself that it wasn't a big deal, that there would be other opportunities. But later that evening, something happened that completely shattered that fragile sense of acceptance. I was scrolling through social media, just passing the time when I saw it. A picture. My girlfriend, smiling with her friends at the very event we had planned to go to together. She was there, without me. After telling me she couldn't make it, my heart sank. At first, I thought maybe it was an old picture. Maybe she had reposted something from a past event. But no, it was from today. The timestamps, the hashtags. It was all there, undeniable. She had lied. She had gone without me. I felt a surge of anger, confusion, and betrayal all at once. Why would she do this? Why not just tell me? I sat there staring at my phone, trying to make sense of it. Maybe there was an explanation. Maybe something had changed at the last minute. But the more I thought about it, the more it didn't add up. She had made plans with me. She had told me she couldn't go. And yet there she was, enjoying the very event I had been so excited about, with her friends, without me. I decided to call her. I needed to hear her side of the story, to give her a chance to explain. But when she answered, her voice was casual, almost too casual, as if nothing was wrong. I asked her directly, "Why are you at the event? You told me you couldn't go." There was a pause. A long, heavy pause. "Oh, yeah, about that," she began, but I could hear the hesitation in her voice. She was searching for the right words, trying to come up with an excuse. "My plans changed last minute, and I didn't want to bother you since you weren't going." Didn't want to bother me? That didn't make any sense. If her plans had changed, why wouldn't she just tell me? We could have gone together, like we originally planned. But she didn't. She went with her friends instead, leaving me out of something I had been looking forward to for so long. I pressed her on it. "You didn't think I'd want to know? You didn't think I'd want to go with you? We had talked about this for months." Her response was defensive. "I didn't think it was a big deal. You always overreact to stuff like this. It's just an event. We'll go to the next one." But it wasn't just about the event. It was about the lie, the trust that had been broken. She hadn't just gone without me. She had deliberately kept it from me. She had lied to my face and then acted like I was the one overreacting. At that moment, something inside me shifted. I realized that this wasn't just a small misunderstanding. It was a red flag. If she could lie about something like this, what else could she lie about? If she didn't see the importance of being honest, where did that leave us? The conversation ended with more excuses on her part and more frustration on mine. She didn't see what the big deal was, and I couldn't understand how she didn't see it. The event wasn't the issue anymore. It was about trust, about respect, about feeling valued in the relationship. And right then, I didn't feel any of those things. Over the next few days, I tried to process everything. I replayed the events in my mind over and over again. Should I have seen this coming? Were there other moments when she had been dishonest that I had brushed off? I started questioning everything. Eventually, we had another conversation. I told her how I felt, about the lie, about the betrayal, about how it made me question our entire relationship. She apologized, but it felt half-hearted, like she still didn't fully grasp the weight of what she had done. In the end, I had to make a decision. Was I willing to stay in a relationship where trust could be so easily broken, where my feelings could be brushed aside for convenience? The answer for me was no. Breaking up wasn't easy. There were good moments in our relationship, but those good moments couldn't outweigh the importance of trust. And once that trust was gone, there was no going back. Looking back now, I realized that the event was just a trigger for a much deeper issue. It wasn't about the concert or the gathering. It was about honesty, communication, and respect. And without those things, no relationship can survive. Relationships are built on trust, and when that trust is broken, even in small ways, it's like pulling a thread that unravels everything. This is the story of how one lie changed the course of my relationship, and how a simple event turned into a defining moment in my life. It all started with a concert. Not just any concert, this was a big one. The kind of event people talk about for weeks afterward. I've been looking forward to it for months, ever since the tickets went on sale. I talked to my girlfriend about it, telling her how much it meant to me. We made plans to go together. It was supposed to be one of those special nights we'd share, just the two of us, having a great time at an event we were both excited about. As the date approached, I couldn't stop thinking about it. But something was off. A week before the event, my girlfriend started acting a little strange whenever I brought it up. She was less enthusiastic, almost distant. I asked if everything was okay, and that's when she told me about a potential family gathering. She wasn't sure if she could make it to the concert anymore. I was disappointed, of course, but I understood. Family obligations are important, and if she had to miss the event, I'd go on my own or with some friends. It wasn't ideal, but I could deal with it. What I didn't know was that this was the beginning of something far bigger than just missing a concert. A couple of days before the event, she confirmed that she wouldn't be able to come. She told me her family needed her, and I accepted it. We'd catch the next event together, no big deal. At least, that's what I kept telling myself. But deep down, something felt off. I couldn't quite put my finger on it, but there was this nagging feeling that she wasn't being completely honest with me. Still, I ignored it, choosing to trust her.